Okay, so I'm going to try walking through some of the components of this module. And what I'll do is I'll try and pause through all the stops. So I think this page is fine. I think this page is fine. And then when we go to here, apparently there are duplicate questions of some kind. Please rate how often you previewed. So I don't know which question. Please rate how much time you spent. I need to look and make sure there's not duplicate. If you did not preview, oh, here's one. The top 2 reasons, but I can only fill out one of these. So this needs to be a multi-select quiz because you're supposed to click your top 2 reasons. This will only allow me to click one at a time. So I need to be able to select 2. Also, on some people's computers, other was not able to be selected. The format on some people's computers, I think they were Macs, they were laptops. The word was below the select dot. Also, this needs to open up and give an open-ended answer choice. So if they select other, then they need to type what the other is. So we need to be able to add this as a text box and then store it and then get rid of this text. So I don't think you understood what this means, but you need to check the formatting against all different kinds of laptops because they were not able to select other because of where the select button was. And even on top of that, this does not have a place to type for an answer. So please rate this as true or false. So we need to add an image above so that this would move down. The image looks like this. I will send you the image. It is the learning pyramid. So we need to add this image above this right here in the white space, or below, actually below the blue and above these. Or actually, I don't know how to best set this up, but maybe it is above the blue or something, or maybe it's just below. And then this text needs to be removed. So please rate this as true or false according to the pyramid, and then maybe put in the word below. I think it's better to have the pyramid below the F. So disregard what I said before. Put the image below the F so it's down here. So this line would now be down here. And then remove this. And then it should say according to the pyramid below. And then pupils only remember, blah, 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 blah. And then they mark true or false. So that needs to be done. This one is fine. This one is fine. That one is fine. That one is fine. So there's two of these. So please rate as either true or false. The more we motivate learners, the better they'll learn. And that's number 8. And then if you go to 9, so we're now at 9. The more we motivate learners, the better they'll learn. So we need to remove this one. So there should only be 11 questions, not 12, it looks like. All right. Okay, that one looks fine. That's fine. That's fine. And that's it. So those are the fixes that need to happen for that one. And I'll pause it. So the instructions on this page are fine. This content is fine. And I'm moving on to the next thing. This page looks fine. And I'm moving on to the next page. So here's the problem. Pause should not be on here, but students should not be able to move this. So this cannot happen. So for instance, if students are listening to it, they can listen all the way towards the end, and then they can start it over again. They cannot be allowed to do that. So this sliding bar needs to be deactivated or removed or something. And I think we can get rid of the playback speed. So we can disable this because they don't need to have that as well. Yeah, so that's it. So this needs to be removed completely, and it just needs to play one entire time because they cannot change it. Thanks. This page looks fine. I think the one thing I want to do is, can you change this to 5 minutes? So the text should say 5 minutes, 5 minutes. So change everything that says 7 to 5 minutes, and then change the time to 5 minutes and not 7 minutes. This survey question is fine. And then they will be typing stuff here. So each of the survey 1 and 2 exercises, can you change it to 5 minutes instead of 7? 7 just seemed too overbearing for them. But that means the text is going to have to change on both pages for each one. Also, I would like students, to be able to download their survey data. Only this for this module. So I'll show you what that looks like. But for right now, on this page and exercise 2 survey, change it to 5 minutes and make sure the text says 5 minutes as well. On this page, I think one thing that's missing is there should be a save button here so that they don't accidentally delete everything. So when they're typing and they're sitting here feeling like they're done, they can click save. And then if the time is still here and then they figure out something else and they type more, then they can click save. And they can keep clicking save so that they don't lose their work. So I think we need to put a save button on this page. This page looks like it's fine. This page looks like it's fine. This page looks like it's fine. Again, this needs to be removed. I think we can remove this as well. So we're not allowing anybody to be able to move this. 2 minutes looks fine. So this page, the 7 needs to be changed to 5, wherever it is text that says 7, change it to 5. Other than that, I think it looks fine. And so we're going to change to 5 minutes. I think the remaining time does not have to have these zeros here. That's overkill. We're not going to have hours. So only show like the minutes here. So 05:00 is fine. But remove these 2 zeros here from the previous survey and this survey. And I'll show you where I want students to be able to download the survey data when this time runs out. This is where I think having the link for their survey data that they completed, I think we should be able to put a link here so that they can download an Excel sheet that has all of their survey data. The reason why is on this reflection exercise, I want them to review the data, how much they printed or how much they typed when they did not have the image versus how much they typed when they did have the image. So both of those survey exercises should be in here, as well as the very first survey that had 11 questions or 12 questions or whatever. So I would like the survey data to show up here as an Excel file so that students can download that. And when they download it, then we can review their data during this reflection exercise. What I noticed on this is that some students just continued to click. So they got to this and then they closed it and they just went next and they started continuing to do the next thing. So that was a problem. I don't know what to do about that. I guess I have to keep my eyes on them and I think what we need to maybe do is on the last page, tell them, type in there, stop, don't move forward until instructed to. So I think the first sentence needs to say, not stop. So do not continue or do not click next until instructed to. So the first sentence on that previous page should be, do not click next until instructed to. And then the other instructions can be there. I think this survey